Alright, it's Aviv, and it's time to do some Mario. Super Mario 64, 120-star randomizer, run by Lab member. Lab, take it away.
Alright, hey, it's me. You might remember me as one of the disembodied hosting voices from earlier this week. I'm here to do some Mario. This is a 120-star Nonstop randomizer. Just want to do like a brief overview of my settings. So we go into options here, using a custom preset. I'm setting the base stars need to get into Bowser in the Sky to 110, just for safety purposes, just in case there's like stars that are like really impossibly hidden or are really bad to get, just to keep this marathon rolling as smoothly as possible. It's mostly a safety strat. We're planning on getting 120 today. Don't you worry. We're randomizing some cosmetic things. We're changing the colors of Mario's clothes. We're changing the music. We're changing the skybox. I'm keeping the coin colors the same, just because the red coins can get randomized into an extremely dark color that is really hard to see. We're using the non-stop mode. Basically, anytime I pick up a star, I will not get kicked out of the level. That is sort of like a well-known thing with Mario 64, is getting kicked out of the level every time I pick up a star. This will change sort of routing within the level and also how I need to get out of the level when I'm done. And that's really all I have. Before I jump into the run, would the commentator like to introduce himself?
Hi, yes. My name is Lefty. You may recognize me as one of the other disembodied host voices from previously this week. I am not a runner of this game, but I am a longtime speedrun viewer of this game, so I know my way around a little bit, and I couldn't be more excited to be here for this run.
Awesome. One other thing, I have a little tracker somewhere on the layout. I think it should be on the bottom left. Basically, that's for me to keep track of where every level is going, and that's also for the folks at home to kind of catch up and see where I am and all that. All right, I think that's everything I needed to say as an introduction, so does somebody want to count down the run for me?
Yeah, sure, I'll give us a countdown. You want to go from 5?
5's good. 5's a good number.
Sure, I'll say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. We got a light blue Mario with brown overalls today. Very interesting color palette. All right, I'm gonna go right into the bomb battlefield painting. Let's see what we got. Spin the wheel.
All right, my first guess is gonna be Jolly Roger Bay. That's my first guess for stage we get.
Unfortunately, it is Metal Cap. It does have water in it, so perhaps that's what your
yeah, that's what I meant. Totally.
Your insights were getting at. So Metal Cap is honestly a fairly useless upgrade, although I will need to pick it up to get that last red there. So this is one of the rare instances where I will be using the Metal Cap today, or hitting the switch rather. Alright, is that the only other coin over there? And then here are the other two. So yeah, Metal Cap, we're just going to be grabbing the star and then getting booted out of the level.
Are the coins randomly placed as well?
Yes, those are
okay.
Absolutely not where the Oh, okay. I forgot. Your jump height is severely limited with Metal Caps. You have to come in from up here. Let me set the camera in a slightly more friendly way, or as friendly as it'll get, and we're gonna long jump into the star. There we go. And need an opportunity to pause, and I can exit course. So you may notice in the menu that there are two options to leave the level. So one is exit to lobby, so that's like the standard Mario 64 option where you'll get kicked out right outside the on the wing cap entrance. The other one is exit course, which will boot you out of the level as if you died in the level.
This is a very ominous wing cap stage that we've got going on here.
Yeah, we got the Dark World skybox. Here we go.
Those are very
wing
close
cap
together.
is something I want to get, so we are gonna. So I'm gonna grab the star, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ledge grab the switch and exit to lobby. So that was metal cap. Metal cap being wing cap, I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's non-stop, but if this was like a regular randomizer where I would have to like repeatedly visit metal cap, it would be a little cumbersome to have to go back to metal cap every time, either through the level that took me to metal cap, or I can enter metal cap via HMC like you would in or Hazy Maze Cave, like you would in the base game. So one thing with Randomizer is that a lot more of the castle is accessible than usual. So for example, I can go to Vanish Cap right now because I don't need the key to go to the basement. So like the standard 2 places that you might visit at the beginning of a Randomizer would be Bomb Battlefield and Vanish Cap, which happen to be Wet Dry World. So Wet Dry World is kind of split up into 2 sections here. Wet Dry World is also sort of our introduction to secrets. So because secrets are sort of like invisible objects that you can't normally see, and the locations of them are randomized, their locations are indicated by like little sparklies that you'll see throughout the level. So it's my job to just kind of keep an eye out for those. Oh, I did not see that guy. Came out of nowhere. So one thing with Wet Dry World is you can get all 100 coins at during this sort of top portion of the level. The 70 star route actually collects its 100 coin star along with the secrets. But we will be going over to the downtown area to pick up 2 other stars. 3 if I don't get the 100 coin by the end of this portion of the level here. Am I forgetting anything? I have 4 stars? Okay. Let's try that again. Alright. Alright, we're gonna do a bit of a risky jump here. We're gonna try to do a triple jump dive. Oh. Okay. That's fine. I can just either try again, or I can just raise the water level to swim in there. Okay, I'm just timing my A presses really poorly. One thing I can add is that you might have noticed that, you know, since I didn't enter Wet Dry World through the painting, typically when you enter the Wet Dry World painting, the water level is set based on the height that you entered the painting at. But since I never entered the painting to begin with, the game defaults to the lowest water level. That can be enough for me to...
I never knew that about the painting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, because typically in the speedrun, you'll depending on where you're going, you almost always enter the painting through at the lowest level possible, with like maybe 2 exceptions.
The only painting I know of that changed the stage was the Tiny Huge Island one, where you can pick which one you want to enter the stage as.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good example. Another one I can chime in with is TikTok clock, depending on.
Oh right, when the hand
Yeah.
goes around, determines if
depending on-
the pieces move.
So the reds are rarely inside the cork boxes, and I'm gonna kind of assume that that's the case for. Okay, I'm literally just missing the red coin star. I absent-mindedly picked up the race through downtown star without noticing. Hopefully there's nothing important in there, because I don't have Vanish Cap yet. If there is something in there, and if there's a red in there, I will need to come back here after picking up Vanish Cap. Ideally, since this is Nonstop, ideally I do all these in one go through the level. Am I at 6? Where else haven't I looked? Trying to strike a balance between taking a methodical approach to combing through the level while also attempting to do it as fast as possible, so I'm kind of retracing my steps a little bit. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the camera is also, like, as close to Mario as possible, so sometimes, like, the camera will obstruct your view of things, and you just won't... You'll just completely miss something, and you'll come back and you'll be like, oh, there it was this whole time. Okay, This happens where I'm running my mouth and the star will spawn and I'm not paying attention. Okay, so that's Wet Dry World done. I'm gonna exit course, and that was... How did I get there? Through Vanish Cap? So... Dry World's done. It doesn't really matter how high I enter the painting, because I'm not gonna go back. Snowman's Land, another upstairs level. So Snowman's Land does have the igloo section, where you would normally be expected to use the Vanish Cap to pass through the solid ice and get some things, but half the time things get randomized outside the ice, or not. I'd say even more than half. So this is another level where I really shouldn't need Vanish Cap.
I have a question about the paintings in this randomizer. Once one of them takes you someplace, will it take you to the same place every time?
Correct, yeah. So
Okay.
if I went back into the Bomb and Battlefield painting, I will go back to Metal Cap again.
I see.
Yeah, that would be even more chaotic if I had to. And honestly, I don't know. It would kind of mess with the fun a little bit, in the sense that I could, in theory, repeatedly go into the Bomb and Battlefield painting over and over again until I visited every level I needed to.
Brute force it.
Yeah. That's just a one-up box. One-up boxes are kind of good in Nonstop, or just one-ups in general. Because I'm not leaving the level through getting booted out, I won't be able to cash in my coins and get one-ups for every 50 coins I collect like you would normally. And anytime I voluntarily choose to get booted out of a level through a means that isn't exiting to lobby, I am losing a life every time I do that. So to avoid getting a game over, the occasional one-up is nice to have.
In the base game, sometimes there are some stars that are inside the boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that still the case in the randomizer? Can they be hidden in the boxes?
Yeah, so basically the stars, the means by which you obtain stars in this game map one-to-one onto how they work in the original level. So Snowman's Land, I believe, has one box star, 1 star based, a red coin star, a box star, 100 coin star, and the big bully star, with the rest just being floating stars in the overworld, one of which will always be in the igloo.
I see.
And that was the box star, I think. I believe I just opened a box. Alright, I have 52 coins. Not bad. I'm gonna go into the igloo now. Alright, so my star count is 4. I'm gonna grab this one up, if it will let me. Okay, there we go. So yeah, like general knowledge of the game does kind of help. The tracker does indicate like what kind of you can keep track of if you were in like a non-stop randomizer. You can keep track of like, oh, which stars have I already picked up. So there are little icons on the tracker. Oh my goodness, I can't see where I'm going. So there are like little icons, so you can I can mark Snowman's Land and kind of briefly show you when I have a free moment to do so.
So because this igloo is its own like dedicated space, all the items within here just get shuffled around. You can't get stuff coming in and out of like the main stage in this area.
That's correct.
Okay.
One thing I failed to mention when I was in Wet Dry World is the 2 different parts of the level actually load in separately. So when you go through the tunnel to downtown, you effectively unload the top portion of the level and load in the downtown portion. And so anything that's sort of loaded in with one particular level will load all of its objects. So like you said, yeah, randomized objects cannot pass through loading zones per se.
Right.
Anything up here? Doesn't look like it. I'm still short several reds. Oh, there's a spin drift. I can get some coins. Where haven't I been? Oh, I think there were a bunch of reds that I never... No, did I? No, I think I did go get those, actually. There's one. Well, that was slick. I kind of like that. Let's check up here. Sometimes there's some stuff that likes to spawn up here. There's a spin drift. I don't really need that. I did see a red. I lost a lot of speed, unfortunately. I wanted to... This red is going to be a little tricky to get without the shell, but I should be fine. Hopefully. I don't think the box with the shell like respawns at all, so... Ah, that was really close. Yeah, so this tends to happen. There are a lot of levels where the boundaries surrounding the level are like slopes, so that the player doesn't fall out of bounds. Snowman's Land being one of these levels, we're gonna see a couple of these later on. And because this is technically considered in bounds by the game, a lot of objects will tend to stick to these boundaries a little bit.
Nice job.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Down we go. Let's see. So I'm missing 2 reds. Where haven't I been? Probably just searching level boundaries again. There isn't a red down here, which would have been really bad if I needed to get something down there, because I don't have a shell. Just gonna use the camera here to take a look around. The way the game does kind of like draw distance is red coins should always be visible from anywhere on the level, if I'm not mistaken. It's just a matter of getting the right camera angle to be able to see them. Anything hiding down here? Doesn't look like it. I see one on the bridge. Okay. I'm just missing... Honestly, yeah, I didn't really search the snowman thoroughly enough, I think, so that's kind of on me.
If you had to give an estimate, what proportion of this run would you say gets spent searching for reds?
Honestly, I think that's the thing that I kind of get stuck on quite a lot. This could be bad. Yeah. So the snowman there, that is something that I rarely have to deal with. I think that's my first time in a very long time I've had to deal with the snowman. So in a casual playthrough of the game, yeah, the snowman blows you off the platform, and you would need to use the penguin to kind of walk behind it without getting caught. That being said, I might have to play things a little safe in terms of getting that one. Let me get a better vantage point, perhaps, where I can see this red. Sometimes there's like this sort of like crook in the slope where the snowman's head kind of connects to its body. Looking for reds. I think we're short 1, right? I got 6, so I know where 1 is. I just need to know where they. But yeah, let's see if we can't. So the penguin, if I recall correctly, will walk all the way backwards from this location rather than have this bizarre walking pattern of repeatedly walking back and forth. So it's actually more, honestly, if anything, it's probably more efficient to use that. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Wow, okay. Well, there we are. That took a little longer than I'd hoped, but yeah, sometimes the reds, even if I picked a color that's really easy to see, the game can just find really good hiding places for them, and that's kind of how it is.
Speaking of colors, I'd like to remind our viewers that we do have a bid war going on for The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, their tuna color, which, interesting enough, is red versus blue. Red, and all these red coins and Mario's wearing blue made me think of it. Currently, red, though, is in the lead with $85, followed by blue at $48.73. So if you want it to be blue, you gotta put in some donations with exclamation point donate in the chat.
And that's the run after this, right? That's coming up soon?
Yes, I believe so.
Gotta act fast.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so here's JRB. This is going to be sort of a good introduction to treasure chests. So JRB and Dire Dire Docks both have stars that require you to open chests in a given order, but one thing to note, of course, that the chests are all randomly placed, and as a sort of a quality of life thing, the order in which you have to open the chests are given to you by little orange numbers floating up top.
Oh, good.
So I don't have to guess.
You don't have to brute force the combination by swimming all the way across the level.
This is all one loaded area, so the chests can really be anywhere in this level. Worst case, I'm taking like several trips swimming back and forth to open treasure chests, as well as taking a gamble on where the star ends up getting thrown afterwards. So I can kind of point out the thing on the tracker that I said I was going to mention earlier. So you can see on my tracker under Snowman's Land on the right, so JRB has one floating star, which is the... Which one is that? Is that the pillar one? No. No, it's the Jetstream. The floating star is the Jetstream star. We are playing on US, so in the US version of the game, the Blast to the Stone Pillar star is inside a box, which is the box star. There's a red coin star and a 100 coin star, just like every level. And then there's sort of like the open box surrounded by dotted lines. Those are just kind of like goals that really can't fit in anywhere else. And so for JRB, that would be plundering the sunken ship, which is technically a box star, but you do have to get the eel out of the boat in order to get in. So there's the 2 eel stars, and then the third one being the treasure chests. Every star you may have noticed also has a orange number over them, and that corresponds to its placement in the star select menu when you enter a level. So yeah, 1, 3, and 4 were all in the cave, and 2 decided to just chill out up here. Alright.
I'm gonna lock in my guess for next stage early. I think next is gonna be SSL. I think we're going to Shifting Sandland.
Alright. Gonna keep that in mind.
And every time I'm wrong, the odds that I'm right next time only go up.
That's true. I believe that's a correct application of what they call the pigeonhole principle in math. Alright, so that should be the treasure chest star. Alright. Unfortunately, my ship clip is a little rusty, so we're gonna let this guy swim out of his home here.
Do you want to explain what the chip clip is?
Yeah, absolutely. So ship clip is not to be confused with chip clip. Another
Very similarly named clips here.
But yeah, so ship clip is basically a sort of exploit where you can swim into the corner of the ship because of the way Mario interacts with wall hitboxes in this game. If you swim with enough speed into the corner and sort of punch your way in with B, you can clip into the ship and enter the entrance. You can hit the loading zone while the eel is still gatekeeping the entrance. It's something that you would normally see in a vanilla 120 speedrun, and since we are going in here anyway, it is a pretty valid trick to show off if I was comfortable enough doing it. Oop, box is a little high. Alright, so is that everything? So one small quality of life thing, if you're playing on Nonstop, if you grab a star while in the plunder in the sunken ship area, you will get booted out to a random location but within the level, rather than getting stuck inside the ship and having to exit out. Which I believe you actually do in the vanilla Nonstop speedrun. Your first visit to JRB involves entering the ship and then exiting course. Alright, so this is the last star we have to get. Basically, the eel is going to kind of swim out of this tunnel here. We got to grab the star on his tail and hope the hitboxes cooperate. Unfortunately, the star location is less than favorable, but I'll manage.
Yeah, they can really throw that thing all the way across the map, huh?
Yeah. Alright, should be JRB done. Alright, we're hoping for SSL. Bomb battlefield. Okay.
Alright, fine.
Spawning on the floating island was actually extremely lucky. Even though I already have the wing cap, it's a little less of a problem. There are so many Goombas in this one area.
Wow, they really put them all there.
There's a whole party going on. So there are objects, like there are like spawner objects, which are like intangible objects that spawn objects around them. I wouldn't be surprised if one of those is a Goomba trio. Off the top of my head, I believe Bomb Battlefield has at least one. Bomb Battlefield is a lot more friendly in Randomizer, because these 8-coin rings will in the base game, will be in the sky. You have to fly through them. But here, all we have to do is just collect them on the ground a lot better. This is the only box in the level, which is the box star. Can I grab this star? I can. I was gonna try to be a little more slick with the movement, but I'm gonna... There we go.
Do you still have to defeat King Babam to get his star?
Correct, yeah. However, one thing, if I recall, Koopa the Quick should be spawned in here. So one sort of thing that I'm not experiencing right now, but has happened in the past, so you'll have to take my word for it. For those of you who have played the game casually, you might know that if you throw King Bomb off the mountain, he'll jump back on and he'll give some angry dialogue box about how you're fighting unfairly. Given that he can spawn anywhere in the level, I have had instances where, I don't know if it's like a floor triangle thing, but you'll like throw him 10 feet and then he'll like jump back to his starting location. So I don't really know exactly how the code works surrounding that, but I have had that happen to me where like he'll just randomly decide to jump up and
that your throw was bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
where
yeah,
do you
a
race
lot of-
to? Where do you race to when you race Koopa? Is it still at the top of the
yeah,
mountain?
so Koopa the Quick and the finish line are not randomized, probably just because
see.
the game might have a little bit of a hard time trying to route him from a randomized point A to point B. And we'll be rematching him again when we find Tiny Huge Island. So I finished the race. It's going to be a while before he gets up here, so I'm going to go look for a couple things while I'll come back here later. There's 8. Alright, this is really good. That's what, 2 8 coin rings, and I can run around these poles to spawn like 20.
So these appear to not be randomized either.
Nope. I never really, like, that never crossed my mind that, yeah, these poles aren't in random locations. I'm actually kind of curious about that. Why that's the case.
Is there anything else that's not in a randomized location?
There are a handful of things. Like, Bowser's sub is in the same place. It's a very large object, so I guess it's like, you wouldn't really be able to fit it anywhere else. Things will probably just come to mind as I see them. But yeah, there are a couple things that it would be really either difficult to handle in a not randomized location, or in a randomized location. Be a bit difficult. So let's see. Oh, don't mind me. There we go. Okay. Close call there. What am I missing?
It looks like the Chain Chomp is in the same place too.
Oh yeah, the Chain Chomp is not randomized either. Probably because he has to stay attached to the pole, which is, as we have discovered, not randomized.
Right.
I don't think I ever got secrets, so I probably have secrets. Koopa the Quick has to throw his star. What am I missing then? Picked up hundreds, right? Oh, there's 5. Okay, so it's literally just secrets, probably in Koopa the Quick. Assuming, of course, I picked up the 100 coin star after I spawned it, which I'm pretty sure I did. There might be some secrets up the mountain that I didn't catch. I took the warp. Good one. That's the last one. Nice. Okay, that looks like it's somewhere at the top of the mountain. Oh, that's in the floating island. That's fine, I have the wing cap. Alright. So Koopa the Quick's gonna throw his star over there. So let's go grab that. There it is. There was a wing cap box, if I'm not mistaken. There's one.
I just gotta say how funny of a visual it is to see the star come out and then immediately get as far away from you as possible.
That's sort of the nature of things. Koopa the Quick can be a bit of a sore loser. Throw the star halfway across the level.
Having a tantrum.
Yeah.
Next, I think we're gonna go to Tiny Huge Island and race him again.
Oh, that would be a nice follow-up. How'd I get in here? Okay. I've kind of visited everywhere at least once. I guess I can check Big Boo's Haunt. That's another place that should be readily available from the beginning. We're looking for the large one, because that one has the level entrance.
Oh, and you don't. Yeah, which one it is gets randomized as well. Yeah.
Oh, there's SSL. I think we had a previous guest be SSL. A
Ah.
little behind there.
You're right. Which means that Tiny Huge Island is the next one.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I'll just lock that one in again.
All right. Shifting Sandland. Personally, unfortunately, I am a bit of a Shifting Sandland hater. It is probably one of the harder levels for me in Vanilla 120. The tornadoes are unfortunately randomized, which means a tornado can just kind of pop up out of nowhere. Tornadoes will, I think, despawn your shell, and if you get caught in a tornado while grabbing a crazy box, you're now short 5 coins. Oh, that was interesting. Yeah, keeping momentum off a slope can be a little funny. Just the placement of coins can be a little dubious. You can see here that this star is actually floating above quicksand, so I have to kind of be a little careful. So Shifting Sandland is a level where we're going to want to get the red coins outside the level, and then we're going to, after I've gotten all the stars out here, we're going to go in the pyramid and get everything else. I don't like that line of 5 coins placement. What's this box? That's the one up, okay. Okay, let's see. Any reds? Where haven't I looked? There's some on the side of the pyramid, I know. Alright, so here's the shell. I can kind of use this to ride around the level a little more safely as long as I don't crash it by accident. Okay, that red is dangerously close to a wall. Be as careful as possible there. I do want that pokey. Oh, I broke my shell. Okay. Oh, hold on. He's having a bit of a moment, but I might be able to actually use this to my advantage. Assuming the pokey stays there. Pokies have like a really small draw distance, I've noticed. Like they will just kind of pop in while you're walking towards nothing. I'm not comfortable with coming in with 42 stars though, or not 42 stars, coming into the pyramid with only 44 coins.
You still have to fight the hands boss, right?
Correct.
And where does that get placed? Is that in the same position?
So the hand boss is, again, another thing that is not randomized.
Got it.
Let me see. I'm gonna attempt something here. Oh, this might be a risky move. Okay, there we go. That was a very risky move. Okay, so that's the first time I've actually had to do a level in 2 trips due to a misplay on my end. So I will keep track of what I have gotten in SSL. So we got the red coin star, I believe the bird, and there's the floating star. That should be live for now. Well, oh, I could have grabbed nips, but we're going to come back to basement a couple times. It's Fire Sea at night. So Fire Sea has a red coin star as well as a Bowser fight where you would get the key. But due to the structure of Randomizer, the key is essentially useless. Like, if I wanted to get upstairs, and suppose the door upstairs was locked, I could just enter, you know, I could just go to Vanish Cap and go to a dry world, get kicked out of the level, and boom, now I'm upstairs. I'm just gonna be kind of picking up reds. It's gonna be a fairly... Oh, there's one on the side of the level. The game likes to do that sometimes. I was gonna say, if the host wants to read anything, I'll just be picking up reds.
All right, I'd like to talk more about our charity event going on here. Completion-Thon is a charity event dedicated to completionist speedruns. This includes 100% all collectibles or even categories where you collect all of a specific collectible, such as all red berries or all shrines, just to name a few. If you're interested in getting involved or finding out more, make sure to join our Discord and follow us on Twitter to get updates about future events. Speaking of future events, No Holiday Allowed is our next one. If you're watching this event and want to get involved in the next one, be on the lookout for news about No Holidays Allowed. This event is open to all kinds of speedruns and showcases that runners have to offer, not just glitchless runs. We're looking forward to showing off some amazing speedruns to watch as you bundle up by the campfire this winter.
I've noticed we haven't gone to THI yet.
Unfortunately not yet.
It appears it is not meant to be.
You do have the opportunity to change your guess. This is like Monty Hall problem.
Alright, next I think I'll say Cool Mountain.
Polar opposite. Quite literally,
Yeah.
I guess, to Lethal Lava Land. Oh, I was really worried. I actually don't know how the Crazy Box interacts with lava. If you can jump across lava while holding one. Yeah, so Lethal Lava Land is much like SSL, where there are like 2 portions to the level, and I unfortunately won't be able to get all 100 coins before I enter the second part of the level. So we're going to try to take care of everything out here. Here's the big bully. There's 2 of them in this level. I've had several instances where, just due to the nature of the collision or the floor that the big bully is spawned on top of, it will like walk into the lava without me doing anything, and the star will just spawn as I'm traversing the level. It's honestly kind of funny.
I also think... Oh, sorry.
No,
I was just
go
going to say, I think Lethal Lava Land with the Happy Cloud Daytime skybox is about equally as cursed as the wing cap with the Bowser in the Dark World background as well.
It is a little bizarre. You can actually notice that the lava is actually see-through. You can actually see the skybox underneath it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the lava did appear different, and I wasn't exactly sure why that would be, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I believe the original LLL skybox has just a dark floor. I was mentioning, so there are 3 bullies throughout the level that you have to defeat to spawn the big one. And of course, because there are more than 3 bullies in the level, I don't know if anybody saw that, but that big bully spawned on top of the arch. Might have to go back and look at that one. But yeah, the 3 bullies you need to defeat are given by Sparklies. That's a really good spawn. Let's see. My depth perception is not really working with me today. How am I doing for reds? Oh, I already spawned the red coin star, and I just didn't pay attention to where it is. I've been just doing things. So I want 80 coins going to the volcano, ideally. That's how many you would get in 120. I believe there's a bit of a margin for error, like 2 or 3 coins that you can get, aside from the ones that you would normally get in 120. I don't like the placement of that eyeball. I might try something cheeky depending on how I'm feeling. But I'll probably have an opportunity to show off the exploit you can do with the eyeballs at some point. Alright. Here's the big bully star, if I can't jump into it. There we go. I don't know if this is like a randomized thing, but I've had on several occasions, if you're standing on that Bowser puzzle when it solves itself, a bunch of coins come out, but I don't think I've ever seen an instance where I've seen the coins spawn in Randomizer after the puzzle has solved itself. It's always like in some random configuration. It's a little weird. Alright, 80 coins, that should do it. I believe I have everything. I have the bully, I have... Oh, I never got the floating star, and I literally just saw it in the pause menu. This is extremely risky. Okay. To be a little careful now. I would like to hold on to these coins. Alright, here we go. This is extremely risky, but... Oh, okay. I was hoping to ledge grab the, you can ledge grab the fence there, and you can jump off of it. Alright, that was, what, DDD, went to LL, and I got everything except for, hundreds and the 2 coins in the volcano. I guess we can do some stuff around the castle while I'm here. Mips the rabbit spawns after picking up 15 and 50 stars respectively. You know, the 2 numbers that people tend to get confused if you're saying them out loud. This hopefully will also be a star. No. So there are 3 toads throughout the castle in random locations. That can give you a star. 1 is in the basement, the other 2 are upstairs. This toad can be anywhere in the basement, I should add. You might have noticed that HMC door is locked behind 56 stars, if I'm doing my math right. Star counts required to open doors are actually randomized. Even doors that normally wouldn't require stars to open, including that one. Just a quirk, I guess, of SM64 randomizer. Okay, my guess is that Toad is in the HMC room, in which case I will...
That's where it usually is, right?
Yeah, actually. That's normally where you would find them. So I've already done Wet Dry World. I get to lobby. Let's look up into this guy here and see what... Alright, wing cap is TikTok clock. Granted, I may have entered a level that you didn't expect me to, so we can, you know, that doesn't have to count as a wrong guess.
Sure.
Normally, given the pattern that I had been following up to that point, I should have gone into LL, but I went on a funny goose chase looking for Toad. Alright, so TikTok clock is pretty much all floating stars, except for the red coin star. So it's really just a matter of, can I get 100 coins in a reasonable amount of time? This is an unfortunate placement. The red coin star happening to spawn at the very top of the clock, which means I probably have to work my way down from work my way up from the bottom, which would be a little more efficient. If I can see. Okay, there we go. You might have also noticed, much like Wet Dry World, TTC is another level where if you enter through the clock, something happens, but I never did that. So the level defaults to the clock entering at a stopped position. The other 3 positions being slow mode, random mode, and fast mode, corresponding to the minute hand passing 3, 6, and 9, respectively.
Just wanted to say that you're just joining us. This is Completionathon 2024, presented by NoGlitchesAllowed. We are raising money for Girls Make Games. In 2014, Girls Make Games was founded in order to provide girls with the space and resources to explore the world of gaming and help them pursue careers in game development. Girls Make Games has helped their alumni go on to graduate high school, college, and on to jobs in the gaming industry and wider STEAM fields. With help through your donations, the Girls Make Games Scholarship Fund will give women and girls the support they need to reach their fullest potential. And you can do that by doing !donate in the chat to help out.
Okay, I think I'm just missing the red coin star. How many reds do I have? 5? Okay. Yeah, so basically, I have everything else. It's really just going to be working my way up from the bottom here to try and get the other 3 reds. TikTok clock has a lot of 10 coin boxes, so hundreds really isn't a problem 90% of the time. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, since it's all muscle memory kind of for me, unfortunately. How many 10 coin boxes do you get in the standard hundreds right out? I want to say 3 or 4. Sounds right.
I'm gonna lock in my guess for next stage is Hazy Maze Cave, I think.
Hazy Maze Cave, going off the music?
I actually can't hear the music from where I'm at right now.
Yeah, we got the Hazy Maze Cave music playing. Mario 64 soundtrack is a little limited, given you know how many levels there are. You might recall that several levels have the same music, like Peach's Slide, Wing Cap, Wingmar Over the Rainbow, TTC, Rainbow Ride, all have the same music. And as a consequence, there's a very limited pool of songs to choose from. This is going to be extremely precarious. I have to be really careful not to get flipped by this guy while grabbing this coin. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Like, just sort of like, I don't know, a running joke almost is like, I don't know, within the randomizer community, but just within my group of friends, is just like the fact that you'll have like really short songs like Endless Stairs or King Boo's or Big Boo's Merry-Go-Round just like looping in the background for an extremely long time.
That's miserable.
While you're while you're playing. I guess I can look for Toad while I'm up here. Hopefully that hasn't gotten on anybody's nerves for the folks at home. Oh, there's THI. Shouldn't have changed your guess.
Oh, man.
I hadn't marked MIPS either. THI is a little tricky. It's a very large level, not only in the sense that there is literally a huge island, but there are several goals scattered around both levels. Big highlights to note here, I think, would be the 4 or 5 piranha plants that you need to defeat to spawn the star. They can be anywhere, and I mean nearly anywhere on this level. And because they kind of pop up out of the ground, their locations are denoted by little sparklies. You might be able to see one way over there. there's Koopa the Quick. I guess I'll rematch him now while I'm looking around. So Koopa the Quick 2, a lot faster than the first time. I think he's got like new shoes on or something, according to the dialogue box, if I'm not mistaken. Just gonna kind of run across the bridge here. Watch out for the wind. I mean, he's not too far behind, so I'll just pick up the star. Oh my goodness. Okay, not terrible. I did notice that star is on a slope.
Wow, yeah, that went really far.
Not only to get far, it's also in a bit of a tricky location to get. Oh.
If you grab it last, you could die afterwards to exit the stage.
That's true. I do believe I do need to get some stuff on Tiny Island, but I do believe the star should stick around afterwards. But I'm not sure. There was some instance where a star despawned when I entered a separate part of the level and left. I think it was the monkey star in TTM is a little like that, where like I spawned it and then it despawned when I went into the slide and left. Let me see. Oh, so much for that. Let me see. Alright, let's go up top, see if I can find some piranha plants, maybe maybe grab the star while I'm at it. A lot of big Goombas. So the way big Goombas work is if you normally jump on them, they spawn a yellow coin, but if you specifically ground pound them, they spawn a blue coin. Very crucial detail to note for when you're doing 100 coins, especially in a speedrun. Alright, here's Koopa the Quick Star. This is a sort of randomizer staple. Is repeatedly kicking backwards up slopes because the star spawned on a slope and you don't want to slide off the level. Let's see. This should be enough coins for me to take a short pit stop and get reds. And hundreds while I'm at it.
Reds are in the cave, right?
Yep, so this is a separate area, which means all of our reds are going to be down here. I don't think I've ever seen reds spawn up in the Wiggler area. I don't think they can, despite...
This is the same loading zone as the Wiggler area, yeah?
I believe so.
But the Wiggler always stays up top.
Yeah, the Wiggler's always up top, the reds are always down here.
I think it would be fun to fight the Wiggler on one of these tiny platforms.
Yeah, I don't know if it's capable of, like, walking off the level. Alright, so that is reds and hundreds taken care of. 4 stars, which means I'm missing Piranha Plant, Wiggler, and Secrets. Alright. We're gonna carefully make our way out of here, despite the fact I already have 100 coins. I've already taken care of, I think, I want to say 3 Piranha Plants. Gotta look for more sparklies, and I'll probably do that before I go to Tiny Island. Okay. Let's see, where haven't I looked? Oh, so Koopa the Quick respawns here after I entered and exited, so I wouldn't be surprised if I had to race him again. If I'm not mistaken, I think the game does keep track of which piranha plants you've taken care of. Like I shouldn't have to go back and take care of the other ones. Alright, so Tiny Island, there's two things I want to do here. One thing I want to get rid of the secrets. So the 5 sparklies throughout the island. I also want to drain the water for Wiggler. That's actually really close to a vanilla location of one of those secrets, actually.
Yeah, normally it's like right in the center, yeah.
Yeah. I was worried my momentum was gonna get the best of me and I'd walk right off the level.
Yeah, that was close.
Alright, so that secret's done. Yeah, Tiny Huge Island has a lot of coins between the 2 levels, so I wasn't really concerned about hundreds. Alright, where haven't I looked for piranha plants? Oh, trying to get a vantage point down here. Doesn't look like there's anything down there. Probably would have seen something. Let me see. Trying to narrow down, like, where haven't I been?
Have you been in that fence that was up on that platform?
The fenced area I think I've been in, yeah. I think I spawned pretty close. Oh, I think I see it. Let's try this triple jump again. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so good on them to remember, or thank you, Randomizer devs, for having the game remember how many piranha plants I've done in between several different loading zones.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I have to go grab that star. If I can make this triple jump. Honestly, I don't think I have to. I can just take the long way around. So, let's see. I gotta watch out for the big fish. Okay, that's a little further away than I thought, but oh well. Is the big fish randomized? Peek around this corner here. Oh, nope, no, it's not. It would have been extremely funny if I peeked around the corner and it just ate me. I honestly wouldn't be mad. I think it would be funny, but yeah.
Would have made for a
that
good
fish
clip.
can eat you, and Mario, you're done if the fish eats you. There we go. All right, so we'll go take on Wiggler. I don't know why I pause buffered that, like, or to check my star count, because I would have paused to leave the level anyway. All right, is THI done?
We're going to BBH next.
BBH. You want to choose a painting for me to enter?
Choose a small one.
Small one? Okay. I almost always default to the small one, but I didn't see a toad at the end of the big one. It's Vanish Cap. An item that you can find in Big Boo's Haunt. So, not bad. I'll give you partial credit for that one.
Thanks. You're being very generous.
Alright, that was a really good spawn. I was able to, I'm pretty sure, pick up every coin on that slope, unless I missed one. Yeah, so at this point, well, I haven't been to BBH yet. It might be a good idea to grab or hit the Vanish Cap switch while I'm leaving. See if anything spawned over here. Yeah. Vanish Cap is always like a tricky level to navigate efficiently, either because you don't know whether there's going to be something over here. You might go all the way over here for nothing. Alternatively, you get spawned at the bottom of the really big slope, and you have to kind of like kick your way up, like I'm doing right now. I must have missed a red on the way down.
So when we went through the small painting for Tiny Huge Island, do the other paintings take you different places as well?
The big painting would have also taken me to Vanish Cap.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because THI regardless takes you to the same level.
Yeah.
And there is, in a sense, the fact that you could say there are more level entrances than there are levels themselves,
yeah.
Using that argument, which would be a little weird to implement. There would essentially be like, it's almost like if you take something out of the randomizer pool, there has to be like a placeholder nothing in the place of it. And I don't really know how that would work in terms of levels.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Nice camera for following me around. All right, I'm gonna exit to lobby since I already did Vanish Cap. THI is Vanish, and we're done. Boy, where do I go? I guess I can take another crack at SSL. Delay the suspense on whether the next level is gonna be BBH or but yeah, so SSL, we have to do a little bit of extra retread our steps here, in the sense that I do have to pick up another 50 odd coins before I can enter the pyramid. But I did everything else, so should be a little more smooth sailing, hopefully. So you can see now that we've collected the star from the bird, he can take my hat just like that.
And there's an effect associated with having your hat missing, right?
Correct, yeah. So if Mario's missing his hat, in this game, you can't, you take more damage. In Super Mario 64 DS, if you lose your hat, if you have one, oh my, wow.
Oh wow.
That was.
Sorry, I'm on a delay. I just saw what happened, and that was
Words cannot express what just happened to me. That's fine. We'll come back later. I still don't think I have enough coins. Oh yes, I do. I believe the star requirement to get an HMC was 56. We're gonna get MIPS here, and hopefully that should be enough for me to open the door. Problem is, I only know like scripted setups for grabbing MIPS in a speedrun, so it's like I actually have to try. Alright, there we go. So that's Toad and MIPS all taken care of. Alright, should be able to open the door. Yeah. Alright, is this BBH? It's Aquarium. It does have BBH's music. You're getting really close to some of these guesses, I'm not gonna lie.
As close as I can get.
But yeah, Aquarium is a pretty basic swim around, collect the 8 red coins. Due to draw distance and the fact that I am using vanilla red coin colors, this shouldn't be too much trouble. HMC. Why'd I pick CCM? Oh, it's because I saw the CCM skybox, probably. My mind just kind of wandered to that. Something in my mind was saying CCM, but I'm like, hold on. Alright, Wing Mario over the rainbow. So there are two things I want to get out of this level. I hear the bomb buddy. Can I get to him from up here without the wing cap? Yes. I want to open up the cannon so that I can kind of freely fly around. If I got stuck at the bottom of the level without a cannon, I'd be in a little bit of trouble. And the other step is to have gotten the wing cap before coming here, which I did. Very precarious position for that red coin box. I could have gotten a little more speed. Okay. Unfortunate. Flying is... it's an art, really. An acquired talent, which I still need to work on. Alright. Really narrowing down the possible places left. Well, granted, I actually have a handful of levels I haven't been to yet. The more I'm looking at this list. I'm gonna try to grab these 3 coins and enter the cannon, probably. There's 3. If I pan the camera around, I should be able to see. Okay. I know where the other 2 are, I think. At 5, okay. So I know where... Alright. Speaking of red, how are we doing on that tunic color bid war?
Red is still in the lead with $85. Blue is there at $48.73. So if you want blue to take over, you're going to have to do a little work with some donations. You can do that by exclamation point, donate in the chat. Or if you want to make sure it's red, you can keep on adding to that as well. Just make sure you solidify the red lead.
Speaking of red, where's the other red? That's the thing, these things can be anywhere in the sky, really. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna take another trip into the cannon here. So I believe the wing cap timer is 1 minute. This is something I had to, like, keep in mind when I was learning 100 coins for shifting Sandland, actually. Because you grab the wing cap really early on in the level, and you want to hang on to it until you enter the pyramid. Speaking of which, I'm about to run out of wing cap right now. Wow, I think I should be okay. Let's see if I can't make this long jump. It'd be really unfortunate if I couldn't. Okay, perfect. I'm taking big fall damage, but that's fine.
Very nice.
Yeah, that was very close.
It was such a timely dropping that trivia about the wing cap timer. Did not even keep track of that. And this is basically essentially the vanilla location for the star. Maybe a little closer to the center of the cloud, but... Alright, that is Wing Mario over the rainbow done. Small quality of life thing. Wing Mario over the rainbow no longer boots you over the castle grounds like it normally does in casual gameplay. It gets you it boots you out in front of the level like normal. This is a really interesting spawn for BBH, which I didn't let you guess again, so I believe this is your first correct guess. Like
sure,
fully
let's count it.
Guess. Yeah, I'm proud of you. We
Victory
finally
lap.
did it. So this is BBH is all one loaded area, which means anything between like the merry-go-round and the mansion can be shuffled across the whole level. Stars can be thrown up and down through the level. I'm honestly really lucky. I would have gone back up anyway, but The 5 boos you need for Ghost Hunt can be found down here. The giant eyeball in the Vanish Cap room can be found here. Red coins can be found out. Anything can be found down here. The only thing that really isn't randomized is that merry-go-round sequence. The 5 boos will always come out of the painting. Big boo will always come out of the painting after you've taken care of 5 of them. 100 coins in this level, you can already tell, pretty easy. Every boo drops 5 coins. Every eyeball drops 5 coins. Just a lot of 5 coin, a lot of blue coins in this level. It's almost like it's Mario Sunshine. Like the number of blue coins we're seeing, and you only need 20 of them to spawn a star.
The grind for 100% in Sunshine is really brutal with all the blue coins. I think there's like, what, 240 of them, I think?
I'm not ashamed to admit that my first 100% playthrough of Mario Sunshine was my first 120 Shine speedrun.
Wow.
Here's the big eyeball. I can shuffle a little something for the folks at home. I can get the big eyeball to look at me while I'm... Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to get the big eyeball to look at me while I'm clipped inside of him, which might be a little tricky. Hold on. Oh, that's one of the... Okay. Oh, okay, so now he's locked onto me, which means I should be able to just run around him. Oh, no. Okay. 3rd time's the charm. Okay, there we go. So one big thing is you can exploit iframes a little bit. You can literally have an eyeball look at you and clip inside of it and run around it while you're inside of it to spawn its coin or star. It really helps when an eyeball is like glued against a wall, in a sense that you can't actually get a complete path to run around it.
After we're done in BBH, we know that BBH goes back to Sandland, right? So you get another shot at that.
That's probably what I'm gonna do. The sooner I get Shifting Sandland out of the way, the better I'll feel about myself. This is like, I think it's my 3rd try going in the level. It happens. I don't think I've ever had an attempt where like I didn't die at least once, even in like Nonstop. It's just...
Yeah, that bonk on the red box is really, really brutal.
I already have 87 coins. We're still looking for boos for Ghost Hunt. I still haven't found the big guy that normally spawns the Big Boo's Balcony star. What else am I missing? Did I get the floating star? I don't think so. Well, speaking of the floating star, here it is. I'm gonna let a couple blue coins go to waste, I guess. I don't really need them. Okay. Let's take a peek in here. I'm gonna try to click the camera in. Nope. It's empty. Thank goodness. I have Vanish Cap. I did go to Vanish Cap beforehand, so it's kind of fine. That's a tricky red coin placement. That's fine. Okay. So, hopefully Big Boo is still following me. He's not. Okay. The hitbox on this thing, you may notice, does not overlap at all with the graphics. Like, I ground pounded what was clearly thin air, and the game registered that as a hit. Alright, so I believe the eyeball spawned its star in the basement. I'm gonna try to go there last, unless it just so happens that the Big Boo is down there. Has anybody been keeping track of how many of these small boos I've already dispatched?
I unfortunately haven't.
That's fine.
Well, at least like 3.
3. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was 2 or 3. It's at least 2 because
It is.
I recall taking care of one of them.
My guess is
out
3.
here.
I know for a fact it's 2. I remember 2 specifically, but there might have been a third one. Don't take my word for it.
There's a handful of places I still haven't looked. What was that? This is like this library room is like one that you would like never enter in vanilla SM64.
Oh wow, yeah, I can't remember the last time I saw that room.
Oh, there we go. It was 4. So, wow, I really got 2. There was 2 boos that I absent-mindedly ground pounded while I was playing. It really is a lot of Mario 64. I don't know. It has just kind of. I've relied heavily on my muscle memory to get me through this game. I'm not in an attempt to brag too much, but I have been doing this for almost 7 years. This game, I do feel like I have a pretty good understanding of where everything is. Knowing exactly like how many coins are in the level and how you can get them really helps with hundreds ratting in a randomizer.
When did you start doing randomizer?
Probably when it came out, which was a few years ago. But yeah, I've done randomizer on and off for a couple of years.
Would you say you spend more time on vanilla though? Oh, there's the piano.
I definitely play more of like the original game.
Yeah.
Randomizer more just like a for fun thing. If I'm not feeling like doing runs, randomizer keeps things interesting.
I noticed earlier that the piano spawned outside.
Oh yeah, they're I guess they're giving it away.
For
was
free.
biting too many visitors. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, we gotta get rid of this piano, dude.
We'll pay you to take it.
I hear a boo. Oh, there we go. It's a good thing I chose to come down here. I didn't thoroughly check the rest of the upper area, to be honest. And we're going back up. Okay. Typical.
All the way across the map.
Alright, so... How did I get here again? I think it was Wing Mario over the Rainbow.
Yes. Yeah, well, it was in... Yeah, you went back in the little hole that usually takes you there, and that was where we wound up here. And then BBH, the stage entrance leads to SSL.
Right. Oh my goodness. Alright, third time's the charm, I believe is what they say. Okay, let's try to be interesting spawn. Interesting camera, really. Okay, we're gonna try to take this as carefully as possible. I don't want to do anything that would risk me losing my coins again. We're gonna make a compromise between fast and safe and air on the caution. Play it safe. Alright, so there's a pokey up here.
I forgot to mention, you have crossed the 60 star mark, which means that we're more than halfway to the 120.
Yeah, time flies, honestly. Especially when I don't have a timer in front of me.
Yeah.
It is really jarring. Like whenever I do runs for like events like these, yeah, I rarely keep the timer up. It's almost stressful sometimes. I
Yeah.
just kind of rely on my own intuition to let me know whether I'm going quickly enough.
We're pretty on pace for the estimate right now, so we're doing all right.
Oh, good. That's good to hear. We got most of the hard levels out of the way, I'd say. Honestly, I might kind of take back that statement. The big two I'm kind of looking out for besides this one are Rainbow Ride and Hazy Maze Cave, both of which are a bit rough. Neither of which I've located yet, which... Oh yeah, right, that red. I might just have to pass up on that one. I really don't need it because I already got red coins. Any others? Where else can I get something? Might be like a pokey.
It doesn't reshuffle the stage when you re-enter it, right?
Some things get rearranged. Like, these pokies have been all in the same place. I have seen instances where stars will get thrown in different locations if you like respawn a star twice.
Yeah.
How many pokies are in this level? I want to say 4? 1, 2, 4 sounds right. Given their terrible draw distance, there might be one that I just straight up haven't seen. There's this... Alright. I have a game plan. We're gonna hopefully get this guy. We're gonna get the red. Get the red. If there's one other red I can get, that'd be really nice. Okay, unfortunately... Okay, let's see. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna... I'm gonna be extremely safe about this. This should get me 50 coins if I do this. I'm gonna really carefully... I wasn't careful, but I managed to make it work. I was gonna go straight down the slope. 50 coins should be enough. There are several Goombas in here and coins that I normally don't get in the hundreds route for SSL. So the big no-no in the pyramid is you see the coin kind of pops up out of the Goomba after I jump on it. We'll just say I've had many a run meet an untimely end because the star, the 100 coin star, will spawn up a given vertical distance from where you picked up the coin. And if you're extremely not careful, that can go up into the ceiling. And given how ceiling hitboxes work in Mario 64, for the pan and coic enthusiasts at home, you might know that if a star spawns up into the ceiling, you will not be able to get it. So the pyramid has 5 secrets, 1 floating star, and the hand boss. On top of we have to get hundreds. Secrets can be anywhere. Huh? Is that secret not where I think it is?
Is it underneath, maybe?
There we go, okay. It was a little further, I guess, to the left on that bridge.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Alright, let's see. Looking for one more sparkly, I think. Probably should be closer to the bottom of the level, because I went all the way up the pyramid. I just need 3 more coins on top of the one spawned by the blue coin switch. That's another thing I probably never mentioned. Blue coin switches and the blue coins that they spawn are not randomized, and probably for good reason.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially if they're on a timer.
Alright, there's the sparkly. Excellent. Rolling back up. Can I get up here, perhaps? There we go. Yeah, there's no scripted speedrun movement for going up the pyramid, unfortunately. Because in 120, the one time we need to go down the pyramid, we go down the pyramid for hundreds. But we never go up the pyramid because you either clip in through the top to get the one on the top of the level for the floating star up top, or did I skip it? I didn't just walk by the star, did I? Oh, there it is. I was in the middle of saying something. Oh yeah, for the hand boss, you can also, like... I can actually show it off here. So typically in a casual playthrough, you would stand on top of the 4 pillars, just like the name of the star says, and you would ride an elevator down here. But if I time this just right, you can just get in like that.
Nice.
Unlike the eel star, by the way, I can't get out of here, or the game won't take me out of here when I pick up the star. So I did have to make sure to get this one last, or I would be stuck. I can get out of the level manually, but the game won't put me like at the pyramid entrance or something like that. All right, so that should be everything for SSL. I see the shadow. There it is. Okay. We'll exit course like this. Gotten both MIPS and Toad, which means all I really need to do is finish the levels. It's Dark World. And very, very light Dark World. But Dark World nonetheless.
That's very funny.
No, yeah, the skyboxes are... There are some pretty good combinations of skyboxes, I think.
What a Dark World, but if nothing happened.
Dark World, but, yeah. So again, this is much like Fire Sea. I don't actually have to get the key, because I already have several methods of getting to basement. The basement door is already unlocked by default, actually. So we're just here to pick up reds and be on our way. Alright. LOL was Dark World. Here's CCM. I believe that was one of your guesses.
I did mention it earlier. I forget which one I guessed it. Oh, it was LLL, I think, as I guessed that would take us to CCM because it was like an opposite.
Oh, right. Gotcha. So LLL took us to CCM via Dark World. Not
Okay,
bad.
so
Not bad.
1
I'll give
degree
it-
of separation.
Yeah. So CCM. This one's honestly a little tricky, a little trickier than one might think, because a lot of the coins on the slide has a really questionable floating star placement, by the way. A lot of the coins on the slide are spawners for like lines of 5 coins, and the issue with that being that the lines of 5 coins can now be oriented in essentially any direction along the slide, which makes it a lot easier, a lot harder for them to pick them up. So honestly, I'm probably gonna either pick up hundreds first, or I might just race the penguin now, and then I'll make a second pass through the slide to, if I have to get hundreds. But yeah, like, here we go. The single coins are like at varying heights, some of which you can't like pick up because they're too high up in the air for Mario's sliding hitbox. Yeah. Normally you would get like all of these coins in traditional CCM 100. So this penguin's going to throw the star. The range of possible locations of the star is actually pretty slim, given that you can't go all the way back up the slide, and that the star will despawn when you re-enter the slide through the top. So, not a lot of trouble. And then this star can go wherever. Okay. Which way do we want to go? So I gotta get reds. I gotta get the star that was dropped by finishing the slide. We've got the snowman here. Typically, the snowman normally does not appear until you get to its specific mission in the mission order. I don't know if that's a non-stop specific thing, or if that happens in vanilla randomizer. I almost always do non-stop, just because I may not look it, but I am getting a little old, and 3-hour runs just are unfortunately a little more difficult to carry out than they used to be.
Can't grind like I used to.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, really.
I gotta say, I think this is the Dark World skybox, right?
This is the Bowser in the Sky skybox.
Bowser in the Sky skybox, I see. I'd gotta say, it doesn't look that bad here. It kind of looks like a pretty sunset almost.
I was gonna say like Northern Lights kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bowser in the Sky doesn't look as ominous, I guess, as Dark World.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So that's what I'm gonna save for later. Two more reds. There's one place I know for a fact I haven't looked. Oh, fun fact. So there are two penguins in this level. You might know that you have to bring a penguin to the mama penguin. Some may not know that there's another penguin. It's like a decoy. If you bring it up to the mama penguin, it's like, that's not my kid. The thing is, Randomizer won't tell you which one is the right penguin. So it's a literal coin flip, whether it's the right one or not. Let's see.
I guess it's also unanswered who the other child belongs to then, huh?
Yeah, they never say. I don't know if anybody's ever speculated that that's the penguin who does all the racing.
Yeah, on the slide.
Yeah. Alright.
I suppose that would make sense.
Could be. So I can get down here. The tricky part is going to be getting back up. What's this? That's a one-up box. If there's anything up here. A little bit more sauce on that jump. Nope. I never opened the cannon. The Bomb Buddy, honestly, I might just play it safe. Why wouldn't I just risk? So yeah, the Bomb Buddy that opens the cannon can be anywhere, anywhere in the level. This is honestly a really convenient location. Typically, I would have to just repeatedly jump kick up the slope to get across. This actually is a little risky because I don't want to... I actually haven't done this cannon shot in so long. Okay, that's... Did some rough back of my hand calculation there to try to arc the shot. Okay, so I do know one penguin's location, I just don't know where the other one is. Okay, what an entrance.
That worked out great.
That's the wrong one.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna need to go find the right one. Where haven't I looked? I feel like I've checked the area around the snowman. Sometimes there'll be, yeah, there's like a red on the slope here sometimes. And the star spawns down right by the penguin. Honestly, this might be an opportunity for some really good routing. If I can find the right penguin, drop it off. I actually don't know where the other penguin is. I might have walked by it by like total accident and like...
It couldn't spawn down near where you get the star for wall kicks will work, right? It couldn't be all the way down there?
I am pretty sure it might have used to be there and they patched it out, because, yeah...
Because once you're down there, you can't get back.
I don't even know if you can... You can't get back while you're holding something. I think even with the hands-free glitch, I don't think you can do that. So there's a really bizarre trick where... essentially, if you like bonk into the wall while you're holding something, Mario will sometimes enter what's called hands-free mode, which greatly benefits his mobility. So you have normal walking speed while you're in hands-free mode. Where is this penguin? It's gonna be like right under my nose and be like, oh, of course.
Yeah, right in a corner somewhere.
Alright, let's see. Kind of listening for it. See if I can hear it walking around. Well, I'm gonna go at hundreds from the slide. We'll do a more thorough search. Jump past you. So I have to be careful not to spawn the star in a manner where I can't pick it up again. So we're gonna do a sharp turn here. Honestly, if that's all I need... No, I should make a genuine effort to try to do this in one trip, I think. How'd I get into CCM again? Dark World.
Yes.
Okay. So there's nothing here. I'll turn the corner here. There shouldn't be anything. No penguin here. Oh, there's the invisible wall. From the invisible wall video.
The 4-hour invisible wall video?
Yeah, so this opposite side of this bridge, like the two sides, like the flaps that poke out, are both invisible walls. Or rather, they're ceiling hitboxes, which means that they're intangible walls that Mario can bonk into.
So a couple seconds ago, I noticed that a baby penguin fell down. That was the one from before, right?
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure that one's the decoy. I look down here. Yeah, pretty sure, because yeah, I grabbed this guy and I went down the slope, I remember. Man. Tempted to just save this for later. It's really just grab a penguin and grab the star after, and then I can... I'm gonna make one more pass up to the top of the mountain, I think.
We have a question from chat that asks, how long did it take for you to complete your first 120-star rando?
Randomizer? Full randomizer, probably roughly 4.5 hours. This was definitely before I'd say I got good, quote unquote, at 120. But yeah, these in the beginning took a long time, being a little less familiar with the level layout. It is definitely something to get accustomed to. There he is. Wow.
This is where he was the whole time?
Yeah, that's actually a really good hiding spot. You got me. Now, can I grab it while it's on the slope? That's the fun part.
Even when we find it, it can't play nice.
If I go through the warp, will it respawn back by the snowman? Okay, so we're gonna grab the penguin.
You went up a different slope.
The mischievous little guy.
Sorry, I just
Yeah, the
watched
penguin will mock you if you try to dive. It will dive too. Okay, interesting. I didn't mean to talk to the snowman. I'm gonna try to do some. Interesting. Okay, so I'm dropping it as I'm jumping on a slope. See, I'm learning new things about the game every day. Okay, we're going down here. I was gonna try to go down like the speedrun route where you slide down off where the bridge is. We're gonna. I've had enough. We need to.
Path of least resistance.
We need to. Wow, that was really well hidden. My camera angle just so happened to obscure the location of the penguin.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to look back at the VOD and see how close we were to finding it.
I went and talked to the snowman too, so it was
yeah,
it was like literally right there. All right, 77, lucky 77. CCM was Dark World. Any guesses before I jump in the painting?
Let's say Rainbow Ride.
DDD.
One of these days.
DDD
one of
is
these days.
a lot easier in a randomizer. There is an entire section of 120 where you're grabbing the red coins around the sub, but you haven't spawned the poles yet. So it's a lot of extremely precise platforming. If you're on N64, good luck. So Dar Docks is split up into two sections, one of which is this sort of front section here, and then we go through like the big tunnel, and then we get the sub area. So Chest in the Current, thankfully, will kind of be restricted to this starting area where you get the manta ray. So no swimming back and forth like JRB. Okay, there we go. I don't recall verbatim the conditions that are required to open a chest in this game. I believe so Mario has to be facing towards the hitbox, which I believe is skewed slightly towards the back of the chest, and you have to have some semblance of forward momentum going towards the chest. If I had to guess, The chest wasn't opening because I was getting pulled into the cyclone and I didn't actually have enough forward momentum for the game's code to say, hey, you're opening the chest. So I want roughly 42 coins. Honestly, less is will even do. I could probably get away with like 35. Because there are a couple of groups of 5 coins in the sub area that are normally out of the way in vanilla 120, but shouldn't be too much trouble here. Okay, that's more than enough. So I think I spoke earlier about ship clip in JRB. DDD has a similarly named trick called chip clip, CH. So I believe chip is named after the runner who discovered it. So it's honestly kind of funny how similar the tricks are, both in name and the involved game mechanics. You can actually push Mario through the wall near the top of the level, and you can like kind of clip into the tunnel from up top, just due to how Mario interacts with hitboxes in this game. It only saves like a second, but you do it like 3 times in vanilla 120, so 3 seconds kind of adds up given how long Mario 64 speedrunning has been around. They try to optimize what they can. I haven't heard from the host in a while. Hope you're doing all right. I don't know if you had anything to pitch in with while I'm just kind of collecting coins.
All right, yeah, I can talk about a couple things here and there. I just want to remind everybody that our Hollow Knight Path to Pain, see that we have to reach $2,000, and we're about $450 away from that. So I really want to see it. I know you want to see it. It's really, really cool. So what I need you all to do is put !donate in the chat, click on the link, and put your donations in. You can put things in towards perhaps picking a color for Link's tunic and Link's Awakening. You can get red or blue. Currently, red is in the lead with $85. Blue is followed up with $48.73. So pick a donation for that, perhaps. If you want blue to win, you got to put it in. If you want red to stay ahead, you got to do.
All right, here's where the speedrunning finesse is going to kind of come in handy. So I got to make it to that blue coin switch without any pulls. We're going to do a bit of a precise triple jump dive here. Okay. We're going to attempt a precise triple jump dive to get onto that platform there. A little tricky. Honestly, I think the hardest part of DDD 100 starting out for me was getting the hang of that. Timing your A presses so that you like start your triple jump as close to the edge of the sub as you can. Just like that, second try, there we go. And of course making this long jump isn't really trivial either, it's a very tight jump. Alright, and then the stars over there. That should be everything. Yeah, I think I left CCM with 77, right? So. Alright, so the DDD painting has been pulled backwards, which means we can go to Fire Sea, or whatever level happens to be in this hole.
TTM.
It's TTM,
Yes!
that's actually really...
Yes! I got one!
That is a legitimate correct yes. I'm
no asterisks.
Alright, TTM is a bit of a tricky level. It's got another slide, with lines of 5 coins. So it's just like Cool Cold Mountain Slide, where those 5 coins can be oriented really in any direction. There's no penguin to race against or any other NPC. It's really just going to be a matter of whether I can pick up as many coins as I can while I'm going down the slide. It's a very large level, honestly. Coins and objectives can really be anywhere. Most part floating stars. There's the monkey star, which you have to grab the monkey at the top of the mountain. Not this one. This one takes your hat.
Separate monkey.
Wrong monkey. Nice invisible wall. That log is riddled with invisible walls.
Are those invisible walls there in the vanilla too, or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the invisible walls are not randomized.
It has to do with a lot of intricacies about the geometry and floating point numbers, and
Yeah, we could go on and on
Right.
about how invisible walls work in this game. There's a 4-hour documentary on it, essentially.
it is very well made.
Oh yes, no, I do want to say, like, as somebody who has been like watching Panacoic videos since like high school, like the production quality of that video compared to like his really old stuff is like a huge step up. Was really blown away.
It's very dense and very long, but very informative.
Very informative too. I think it's, it helps catch up to people that like, is this your first Mario 64 video?
Yeah.
The examples are really well illustrated. Got another Goomba party going on down here. The monkey star spawned somewhere in this neighborhood, if I'm not mistaken. Oh. There. Okay. Alright, let's see. 6 reds. That was an extremely risky move. One of those gaps does not have a floor underneath it. Oops, that was just a misplay on mine. Okay, well, we talked to Toad. What did I do in TTM? I did literally all except reds and hundreds. That's literally not a problem, actually. How do we get in there again? Fire Sea. So we'll talk to Toad. So because upstairs in Tippy, so the very top of the level or the castle where TikTok Clock and Rainbow Ride are, those are sort of shared loading zones, or they're not. They share the same area. So the Toad and Tippy can be down here. The upstairs Toad can also be up there, but that's not the case. All right, 90 stars. That is the 3/4 mark. Guess we can go into TTM.
That's gonna take you to HMC.
Peach's Slide.
Okay. All right. You got me.
Peach's Slide. Actually, this is. Oh. Hold on. Wait a minute. I might be able to make this work.
Oh wow.
If I really hurry up. Yes. Okay.
Wow.
So, the requirement
Very
to
nice.
spawn that star, I believe, is within 21 seconds. And on rare occasions, the box star will spawn at the beginning of the level, which is what I want.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it will spawn somewhere down the slide.
After the point where you can do that skip.
Yeah, usually. But the fact that I bonked into the box, and I still managed to make it. I typically get somewhere in the neighborhood of 13 flat. My best is a 12 point. Have I got a 12.7 yet? I've definitely got a 12.8, a couple 12.8s.
We got scary Rainbow Ride now.
Yeah, spooky rainbow, yeah. There's no rainbows, it's just... Can't get any rainbows at night. Yeah, so Rainbow Ride is a huge level, very like disconnected. Like this level has a lot of just kind of like arms that like branch out from the center of the level, which make efficient traversal of the level like very hard. But it's mostly floating stars. There's one box. There's a red coin star just like every level, and there's one box star for somewhere over the rainbow, which is a floating island that I may need to open the cannon if there's something important over there. That's for future me in a couple minutes to find out. We'll get these coins. Okay, let's see.
I'm trying to think of where we haven't gone, and that's going to be HMC, and I'm struggling to think of any others.
We haven't been to Womps.
Womps, that's a good point.
Is that the only two left on the... Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that was the box star, which means every other box, I believe, has a 1-up in it. So we have to revisit LLL to get the volcano stars in hundreds. We have to go back in TTM to get reds in hundreds. Other than that, and then we have to do the 2 more levels. I'm throwing coins away left and right. I hope that's not going to be a problem. Gonna be looking at the maze. The maze, unfortunately, appears to be devoid of red coins. Not a red coin to be seen. This might be a little trouble. There we go. Talk this guy while getting blown away by the wind. Is that even possible? There we go. I was like, I wasn't sure if I needed like a neutral stick in order to actually be able to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Go up to the cruiser crossing. Watch out for the blue flame spitter. Well, that just sort of happened. Okay. Gotta say, hundreds went pretty smoothly. Alright, 6, which means the other 2, if I just hazard a guess, are in the big house.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, gonna do a little leap of faith. Alright, we have 2 more. Yeah, it's literally just reds. Wow. Gotta say. Game kind of throwing me a bone here.
Yeah, pretty good Rainbow Ride.
A relatively straightforward Rainbow Ride.
We are just a little past the 2-hour mark as well, so I think you're making good time right now.
That's good. HMC, I'd be a tad concerned, but Womps shouldn't be hard at all.
I got a 50-50 at this point.
Yeah, you got pretty good.
So I think next is going to be I think Womps is going to be the next one, and then HMC is going to be the last one. But even if I don't
HMC
get
last
that,
is gonna be
I
a
got
little
the
rough,
TTM guess.
Oh man, yeah, no, the TTM guess. I was pretty happy for you. We got one correct guess.
It only took me to the last 4 stages to be able to get one.
All right, they really are gonna be up on the roof, aren't they? I've had some instances where like, because the camera is like fixed inside the house, sometimes the red will be like hiding in a corner. Hopefully this carpet ride will be worth it though. There was a part of me that's like, am I gonna get grabbed while I'm riding the carpet? Alright, reds, we're looking for reds. There they are. Where is that? Okay, that's not too bad. So there's a hidden warp here. I don't know what the indicator is that there's something over there, but... Alright. You said Womps, right?
Yes, I believe Womps was my next guess, and then HMC to round it out.
2 correct guesses.
Nailed the 50-50. Works 100% of the time.
Alright, let's see. So yeah, Womps, a bunch of floating stars. You know, it's one of the early game levels, so it's fairly basic. We've got a King Womp fight, and pretty much everything else is floating stars, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, it's funny that the giant Womp is all the way down here.
And there we go, we've completed our map of Peach's Castle.
It's interesting that they keep some of the bosses in their dedicated spaces, but then some of them are in their own loading zones, I suppose, like the Wiggler and the hand boss, though, could kind of be elsewhere in the pyramid, although it would be hard to find him on the
Yeah,
sand.
I feel like the hand boss, I'm kind of curious what they could do with that. Like, they'd probably place, like, it's, like, the form where it's just kind of like a sitting rectangle anywhere. You just have to restrict where the hands could move, I guess.
Yeah.
So one thing Womps really likes to do is place its objects along these slopes, because that's technically considered in bounds by the game. So we've got a red. Sixth red, so should be fine. All right.
Have you ever played the Chaos mod for this game?
Chaos Edition on a couple occasions, yeah.
Gotcha. I
Chaos
feel like
Edition
that's a must for anyone who runs this game.
It's certainly it's something you probably want to have some familiarity with the game before you dive right in. But yeah, so Chaos Edition is a hack, or there's like 4 different versions of Chaos Edition, where essentially like a random effect will be applied every like 30 seconds or something. So like for example, like it can be like entirely visual, like the soundtrack will change to all of the instruments being noises that Mario makes. I believe one of the versions of Chaos does
I've seen
that.
Mario turn into a sign before, I think.
Yeah, he can turn into a sign. You can flicker between all 3 caps being on your head like every like frame or something, where it just alternates between wing cap, vanish cap, metal cap, which is really annoying when you're in water. All right, 5, which means I'm missing a floating star, and I have to pick up the red coin star wherever that was. Oh, there it is. Okay. Ooh. I wasn't expecting to roll out off the front like that. Alright, assuming the star is up here. It's like the one place I haven't checked. Yeah. Alright, Womps is HMC.
Mamma mia!
Oh, and we get to listen to this for the next several minutes. Alright, so HMC, very big area, very contained in the sense that, like, you have all these different places that sort of, again, branch out from the center. I missed a lot of blue coins there. I hope that's not going to be too detrimental to my pace. But yeah, I'm going to peek up here. There's a lot of coins in HMC. Like, I think the hundreds route passes up on an 8-coin ring, among a couple other things in the underground lake area. So these bats all drop a coin too. If I pass up on like a blue coin because I got lost, I should be fine. Okay, here's an eyeball that's like right up against the wall, so I'm gonna wait for it to look at me, and I'm gonna clip inside of it. I'm gonna get my blue coin. Stuff like that does kind of make me wonder whether, like, you know, the devs sort of have that, like, assumed knowledge of, like, yeah, you've done a Mario... You know enough about Mario 64 that you know that you can clip into eyeballs and stuff like that to get their coins. Granted, I feel like it'd be really hard to, like, program, like, a universal offset that every eyeball must be this many units away from a wall so that you can run around normally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh no, I just saw I only have 2 reds. I do have the whole underground lake I haven't checked. Could have checked the maze a little better, probably. But yeah, there's a lot of ground to cover in this level, and it's not all easily accessible, unfortunately. That's
Right.
kind of how the nature of this level is. Stars can just appear arbitrarily in the maze as well, along with reds. Granted, I feel like I would have seen one by now. If there was something in here. I had one seed, actually, where all 5 floating stars were in the underground lake. Granted, I still had to go up to the top of the level to find all the reds.
I suppose it makes things a little easier,
Yeah.
in a way. You probably still have to check everywhere else, though, so I'm not sure how much easier it would have been.
Gonna wait for a boulder to come on down here. Okay, we're gonna try to take this a little carefully this time. Can I get a better camera?
In this
could be
game,
a
not
little-
often.
Unfortunately now, yeah. This should be good as long as I don't slide down this slope. Okay. I can take 1 damage and that should be enough to get me across. A little bit of quick thinking saves the day.
The randomizer wouldn't impact the movement of the boulders at all, would it?
No, those boulders are
Yeah.
pretty much the same every time. If I had to guess, everything else is down here, which would be great. Dory, or Nessie, depending on... I think its name changed at some point in localization, is not randomized. It swims in its happy little circle, regardless of what seed you're on.
As she deserves to.
Alright, oh, I got down warped. Last red. It's either in one of these rooms or I might have to go back up. Oh, wait. Thought I saw some. Might have just been the torch. Okay. Gonna take a quick peek in this room. This is the metal cap room. So, HMC, funny enough, is like the one level that technically has 2 entrances to it. Either you can get in through whatever randomized painting or level entrance takes you there. Alternatively, you could just get booted out of metal cap, which does not kick you out through the waterfall anymore. Anything in here? I think we're going back up. Let me see. I'm gonna take one more pass around the lake on the off chance I missed one. And much to my dismay, the red coin star spawns down here. So we're gonna be coming back. So that's... Let me think about... So I have to do reds and hundreds in both LL and TTM.
And we get the TTM through Fire Sea, and we get to LLL through... I can't remember that one.
DDD.
DDD, yes.
So funny enough, we'd be going to the same area effectively twice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Where hadn't I looked carefully enough is the question. Is that a red? Or is that just the Scuttlebug? HMC tends to throw me for a loop a little bit. There's a lot of, like, corners.
Yeah. A lot of big rooms.
Yeah. Oh, wow, okay. There we go. Understandable. Alright. Let's see. How are we doing? So we gotta go grab that. LTTM. Depending on how pressed for time I am, I might just grab one pair of those. How are we doing?
We are about 12 minutes from estimate.
12 minutes. 2:16. So I have to factor in the amount of time I take to either do the reds for Bowser in the Sky or just pass it up and finish, because I do have enough stars to finish. We'll see how LL and TTM go. Alright. Should be HMC. If my math is correct. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I missing something? Must be. Oh, I never got a floating star in HMC. Okay. So I have to go back and find that. That's a little problematic. I didn't actually think I'd miss it. I thought for sure I had one. So let's do reds and hundreds here. Depending on time, I might be pressed to either pass up the search. I might just, yeah, it depends. I'm tempted to sort of pass up the search for that last star in HMC, just on the off chance there's that takes me a long time. Did I ever find all the reds in TTM? I might pan the camera over here. Had on a couple instances, I've had a red coin spawn down there. A location you would almost never visit in the speedrun. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go do the slide now, that way I can spawn the 100 coin star in the overworld rather than on the slide, which would be a little tricky. all the coins are up here now. Okay, let's go do the slide, and then I'll get one more red. Oh. Yeah, so TTM slide. We've got 3 blues here. Funny enough, this slide is actually separated into 2 parts, and there might be a nice little artifact of that I can show off depending on how the coins are placed throughout this level. These coins should disappear. Yep, there we go. So because TTM, the TTM slide is loaded in 2 parts, essentially that slide has to unload all the coins associated with the first part of the slide, which you can actually see in gameplay. There are normally aren't coins there though, but yeah.
Right, you wouldn't know normally because of the coins.
Alright, what am I missing? I'm missing a red. Missing a red, and I just need to get 5 more coins. I don't think I picked up the Chuckia yet, the big purple dude. So that's a...
I believe there was a red close to where you entered into that slide, but I could have seen wrong.
There's... They all kind of blur together across all my randomizer experience, I guess. They could be anywhere. Alright, let me just get 3 coins and we'll be out of here. We're gonna go over LLL. Depending on time, I'll take another crack at finding that coin in HMC. It really depends on how fine the higher ups are with me taking a little bit of extra time to break the 4th wall too much. LL shouldn't be too bad. I'm just going to ride the shell around and pick up the coins outside the volcano, because I've done everything else. I'm blanking out. Okay. Exit to lobby. So LL was... LL was Steve. Okay. Alright. So I already did reds, so all I need to do is get 80 coins. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 80 coins. Should be easy to do on the shell. And we can jump right into the volcano. Oh, there we go. Somehow the coins spawned at the right time. Weird. I never really understood how that... I understand, like, on paper how the puzzle is supposed to work.
Is 100 coins the only star that we need left in the stage?
We have to do hundreds, and we have to pick up the 2 floating stars in the volcano, because I died before I could enter it.
Right.
But the...
So that's 3 of them, and then it's the HMC star, and then it's Bowser in the Sky. Yeah.
So Bowser in the Sky may take a while, just because it really depends on where... Let me grab the shell, actually. Depends on where the spawner for the red coin star happens to end up. Also, just like whether I'm working my way down the level or up it. Where's the box containing the shell? That slipped my mind entirely. It's been a while since I've been here, honestly. I don't remember the last time I was at LL. Okay, 60. Grab the crazy box. Is this up there? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm assuming that is the... See if we can't time the crazy box to get up there. Alright, so there's a bunch of coins over by, just gotta be really careful about this section here. Okay. Okay, 75. Let's see. Is there not anywhere I can grab a couple extras? Let's see, 6. Alright, 78 should be totally fine. Let's get in here. Oh, there were 5 coins over there I could have gotten. Fine by me. Okay, so... didn't really give a proper introduction to the volcano. Essentially, there are 2 floating stars in here. One for taking the express elevator, and one for climbing your way up. There is a path of coins that you would normally follow for hundreds, but those are scattered everywhere, usually on safe ground. There is a line of 5 coins, I believe, in this level, so that might prove to be a bit tricky. But we're pretty much nearly done with LOL. Oh, that's bad. Okay, work my way back up again. I am a little concerned that I've not seen a line of 5 coins, unless I walk through it. Oh, this is probably it right here. Okay, LOL is done. HMC was once. Time check?
We are at 2:28, so 2 minutes before estimate. So if you
Let me go to Bowser in the Sky, actually. I don't want to spend too much time waffling around looking for that star. We go a smidge over getting these reds, but... Oh, I have 2. Okay. Depending on how much time I have left after Bowser, maybe I can take a quick trip to HMC. Well, interesting spawn. If this was a 70-star randomizer, this would have been perfect.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna be working our way down from the level to pick up these reds. Alright, let's grab this guy. Oh. I have to also be keeping an eye out for the red coin spawner. Let's see. There's a hint of irony, I think, in the title screen music playing during the last level in the game.
Poetic.
Alright. 7. There's the spawner. Is the last red down there? Oh, I saw it. I literally saw it on the way down, too. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, so when Chuckya grabs you, you have like a small window of time where if you snap the analog stick back and forth while mashing, I believe, A, the game does have a sort of way of checking whether to let go of Mario early. You can kind of shake your way out of getting grabbed by enemies. I believe this works for King Bomb too. What am I doing? I have to get the star. Oh, I already have. Right, I'm missing a star, so I already have it.
Right, you're missing the one from
Okay.
HMC.
Yeah. So one thing I do like to do is I tend to roll a good spawn so I don't have to do too much platforming. So I'll waffle around a little bit, but well, not for too many tries, because I do want to finish things up. Gonna do a brief outro spiel while I'm doing this, I guess would probably be a good time just so we can kind of jump into the next run after this. Thanks for having me. I apologize. It was half RNG and half misplays on my end, really. It's really hard to give a good estimate for a randomizer. This is good. This is close enough to the end of the level. But yeah, if we don't have time for me to go back to HMC and grab things, thanks for having me. Thanks for the folks at home for tuning in for my funny Mario run. I'm lab member. We're gonna fight Bowser. Wait a minute, this is the proper skybox.
Oh, that rocks.
The music isn't right, but... Yeah, we just gotta get good throws.
They should randomize the position of the bombs, I think.
That would be interesting.
Stack them all on top of each other so you get multiple hits at once.
Okay, so I don't know how I want to do that. I can, like, the counter will be a bit funky because the game doesn't save after I beat Bowser, but I can reset. Oh wait, hold on, I can't reset. I have to enter the seed again. What's the best way of doing that? Oh, I only hit him twice. So the thing is like Nonstop doesn't save your progress, so I have to think of like the best way of doing this. Okay, so if I wanted to go back and get the last star, I would have to dive out of this level. So I wouldn't technically grab the last star.
We know you got it. Everybody
Okay,
watching
so
knows you got it. It's
if
right
that's
there.
Okay, I will have like a 120 counter up top when I get the last one HMC. So if that's
I
all
think
right
that's
with,
fine.
all right.
In my opinion technically doesn't
So here's
matter
the
at all.
star. We're gonna go grab that HMC star. Oh right, editing course. Interesting. That makes sense. I didn't think it would boot me out. I should have exited the lobby. But yeah, let's go grab that last star. So there's a floating star in HMC that I'm looking for, and I guess time will stop when I touch the star. A little sus, a little jank, but it should be fine. So we're keeping an eye out for a floating star. Is that it? No. I can kind of see things
If only.
up through the ceiling. What is that? That might be it. Where is that room? There's a metal cap box? What's up there? Unfortunately, things don't map one-to-one. I did see like a little 4, which I'm pretty sure is the star. But could resemble an orange 4. But I would have to go up and check. Alright. So we're gonna go up there, somewhere in the direction of that. We're just gonna kind of... Nothing... Just want to check I didn't miss anything in there. Check up here. Oh. Wall jumps are not... Oh my goodness. Gonna get a vantage point from up here.
The last Easter egg hunt.
It really is. Like this is like the worst level they're missing a star in. This is like it could be anywhere. I've definitely had like instances in this level where like the star will be like in the doorway, and because of just the way the camera happens to do things, it's like you can just straight up miss it. Check the maze one more time. remember I was in a rush to grab blues here, but I don't think that was it. This room is always one I always fail to check thoroughly enough. Just because it's a very large room. I have a feeling it's in here. I see a metal cap box. There's 3. I might have seen that. Get a better vantage point, perhaps. Not quite what I want. I did go through that tunnel, I feel like, at least once. For the elevator room. Alright, nothing up here. Due to draw distance, I'm pretty sure the star was spawned by now. Or I would have seen it. Alright, checking in here real quick. Doesn't look like there's anything. Man, I am... Where else haven't I looked? I checked, I want to say I checked under the, what was it? I checked both rooms in the underground lake, like the, HMC one. Nothing here. Nothing in here. Behind me real quick. Nothing here. This is an extremely well-hidden star. I'm...
Gotta save the most difficult challenge for last.
Yeah, honestly. Before I check the underground lake one more time, there's that other path in HMC. Or the toxic maze. What's this? It's a bat. I saw a shadow and I was like, oh.
Oh, I didn't know we were listening to the Big Boo's Haunt carousel theme this entire time.
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
You're really like
I'm at my wit's end.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. You're being driven mad. The most taunting music I could have picked.
It really is. This is a circus, and I am the performer. I could have sworn I did not see a star in this room. All right, let's see. If that's not it, there's 2 more places I can possibly narrow it down to before going back to the underground lake. Well, underground lake being one of the places. There's the elevator room before going down to the underground lake, which I'm like 98% sure was not there.
Chat wants to know if the star isn't near the metal cap entrance, is it?
I checked that room, but maybe not checked carefully enough. But yeah, the 2 places to look would be, at least for me, would be this elevator room. I checked the bottomless pit. Sometimes things like to hide near the rim of the pit. Box. Fortunately, there's no box stars in HMC. I'm gonna jump over the wall here again. At least attempt to do so. Okay. But yeah, I think that's the last 2 places I'm gonna check. Otherwise, I may have to throw in the towel, unfortunately.
I believe.
I'm hoping it's down here. All right, so there's these 2 rooms here. So this room appears to be empty. Nope. Okay. Checking the doorway. This is a slippery slope, which means I have to do some very specific movements to be able to get up it. Alright, we're gonna check this metal cap room a little more thoroughly than last time. Peek around the corner here. Nope. Alright. Just gonna swim around the lake one last time. Okay, it's definitely not down here. I think after a couple trips around, I would have seen it. Check the slopes here one more time, and then that's where I will call it.
I believe.
This surely. I've seen things hide up on the slopes here before. And pan the camera. Nope. Alright. So, unfortunately, this star has continued to elude my grasp. If anybody wants to try this at home, you can get the Mario 64 randomizer. It requires a little bit of extra steps due to, you know, legal issues with obtaining video games. But if you have the Mario 64 randomizer, want to give this a try, the seed you can see in the bottom left corner of the screen there is 51292. The one star I did not find was star number 4 in HMC. It's a floating star. It's just out in the open. I just didn't happen to see it. But I think that'll be it from me. I think I've gone well over my time. I do really appreciate the higher-ups for letting me take another crack at this thing. And thanks again, you know, for having me. But I think that's all I have. Thank you to Lefty and Doodleplex for keeping me company during this entire time. I had a good time, even if I got stumped at the end a little bit.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. That was really cool, and it was great to hear all the explanations for all the things I didn't know and see all the neat little strats that we had. That was so great.
Fully agree. All right, and with that, my friends, my time on the mic is done. That was an excellent run from Lab Member. That 120th All right, that's out there somewhere. We'll find it eventually. But for the time being, I had an awesome time with you, chat. And I hope I'll see you for No Holidays Allowed, which is our next event. But for now, I leave you in the capable hands of our next host, Pump.
Hello, speedrun fans. You are watching Completeathon, and my name is Stump, they, he pronouns, and I'll be your host for the next run. And that run is going to be Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX, run by MCN338 and Brian, once we have a little bit more setting up done. But there is a bid war involving that, well, you have until a good bit into the run for it, but it still is something for the run. And that is the tunic color that Link is going to wear once we get to that point. Let me quickly check how that is doing. Last time I looked, I thought, yep, red is ahead. $85 to 48 and some change. That isn't a start of run thing, so you still have some time to affect that if you want to. You can do that with donations to the cause that we are raising money for, and that is Girls Make Games. Girls Make Games believes in providing every girl and woman with the opportunity to discover their potential and talents through gaming and game development. With your donations, you're able to contribute directly to the Girls Make Games Scholarship Fund that provides girls and women with the resources and opportunities to pursue careers in gaming through Girls Make Games' many programs such as their 2024 college scholarships, summer camp scholarships, and the new mentorship and internship programs launching later this year. If you are looking to donate, make sure to type !donate in chat to get the link to our Tiltify page, where you can make a direct donation. And we have amazing incentives and bid wars for you to choose from, including the tunic color for Link to choose from. So make sure to get your donations in to have your say in those bid wars.